How you doing? Thank you so much for joining me in video 4. You've been through Control, Reduce, and End. You've been through the first 3 videos. And if you haven't, click on the first 3 videos overhead, Control, Reduce, and End. Catch up to speed with us because we're going to be taking this on a new journey, a whole new level. I want you to visualize, especially you've been through the Control, Reduce, and End. Remember, you have 2 meditations to go through to slow your mind down to the speed you're living. Now, the opportunity in front of you to really take this to another level and really end anxiety in your life. I want you to visualize waking up in the morning without that rough chatter. You get into work, you start your day, everything's relaxed and calm. Even though there's things to do and chaos in your life, you're calm now. You're relaxed. You understand how the anxiety circle works, how the mind dumps it into the body dumps it into the mind. You've broken the anxiety circle. You're doing your meditations. You're back in control of your life. I was talking to one of my clients that has my program. His name is Ray. He lives in Hawaii. And I was talking to him a couple days ago over the weekend. And he was just talking about doing the meditations twice a day. And he said, I've watched all the videos and all the interviews, and he's like, this is my favorite meditation. This one I do on module 2, and just slowing your mind down to the speed you're living. He said, the excitement in Ray's voice gets me excited. He said he was showing his coworkers at work my program and the one I'm about to introduce to you, and they were like, "Wow, seems like a really good system." And just having someone like that, the feedback of someone changing their life means so much to me. And I want it to mean so much to you because you're just like Ray. You're about to change your life. And I actually said to Ray, I said, can I do a Skype interview with you? Because I'm about to launch my program, but he's on a business trip right now. So he was too busy to share, but hopefully soon I'll introduce you to Ray. But just the transformation that you're about to go through. I have another client that is going through the program. His name is Robert Patterson, and Robert is a 66-year-old gentleman that's 45 years of horrible nightmare Vietnam flashbacks, waking up every night, having trouble going to sleep, the anxiety of, you'll see, and I'll show you a clip of Robert, but he would wake up in the middle of the night and just, just think about being back and just visceral feeling. And Robert went through my program, and I had a couple privates with him. And just after the second private session with him, he said, I've never opened up like this to anybody. It's been 45 years. He said, I've never opened up to anybody like this. And he thanked me so much for understanding what he's going through and giving him a process, control, reduce, and end, just like I'm presenting to you right now. And Robert was so grateful that he could sleep through the night, and this program has helped him so much that it touches my soul helping people like that. And I'm going to introduce you to Robert right now. Hi guys, welcome to the Anxiety Solution. I want to introduce you to another case study working with a client of mine, Robert Patterson. Robert, thanks for helping me out with this.
Thank you for me being here.
Excellent. So Robert came to me. He was in the Vietnam War, and he's seen a lot of things, as you could imagine. And for 47 years, he was having nightmares and flashbacks. And when he called me, I said, we're going to put together a guided visualization for you, take you through some sessions, and go through the meditations like you guys are going through. So from our very first session, Robert, how did it affect you after we first met?
The first session that we did here, I was I wasn't ready for what we went through that first session to quiet me down, and I actually sat there and I guess went under and went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up and I felt great.
Right.
And the evening I attempted to do
Meditation.
the meditation the way you showed me.
Mhm.
And I got up and got in bed and went right off to sleep.
Right.
And seems like I do it every night now.
Good. Good.
Every night before I go to bed, I have a little CD right over my armoire,
Sure.
and I sit in my recliner, and I'll turn the tape on when I get ready for bed. Then I'll turn the tape on and I'll listen. And after you say the last word, I get up and I hit the button, I get off, and then I say my prayers, and then I get into bed.
That's great.
And now I'm actually able to go to sleep without my mind racing.
Right.
And the problem that I was having was so many things were going through my mind. I was thinking about this, and I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about this. And I wasn't able to just relax and go to sleep.
Right.
And now, through the meditation, I'm able to get into bed.
Right.
I have sleep apnea, so I put on the mask, and I put on my mask, and I lay there for a few minutes, and I'm asleep.
Right. Sure.
But the nightmares that I have are horrific.
Sure.
And sometimes I wake up and I feel like,
Right. It's actually happening.
wow. But after coming from Vietnam and the things that I went through there for 40 years, I
Sure.
was wondering why was I going through this, and I can't tell anybody.
Right.
Because they would actually think something was wrong with me.
Right.
And my bravado would not allow me to go to be checked out for PTSD because I didn't want to be labeled
Right.
as crazy or schizo or anything. Explain some of the things that we do, double checking locks at night,
Yep.
and always looking over your shoulder, certain sounds,
Yep.
certain smells attract you.
Triggers.
Triggers.
Absolutely.
And that word trigger is not good
Right.
because you can trigger and you can really go from 0 to 100
Yes.
in a nanosecond.
Right.
And people will wonder, well, what happened?
Right.
He was calm.
Where'd that come from? Right.
He was calm a few minutes ago. What happened to make him?
Right.
And that has happened to me more than I want to express.
Sure.
But Dr. Kimberly referred me to you. And after the first visit with you, I kind of felt like it was kind of,
Something there.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
And after you went home and left me with the meditation material, and I began to do it every night,
Right.
I began to notice that I could do the meditation and get right up, put my mask on,
Right.
get in bed, and go to sleep and sleep all night.
Right.
She tells me I think the meditation is helping you.
Good.
So she's an avid encourager. Before I go to bed, she'll say, "Did you put your tape on?"
Do your meditation. Yeah.
So we'll turn the TV down or the TV off or whatever,
Right.
just prior to my final turning in, and we'll do the meditation, and I'll get in bed. And if she decides to continue watching TV, I go to sleep.
Sure.
But it wasn't like that.
Right.
I am truly glad that Dr. Kimberly referred me to you. And a lot of people may think that it's a lot of hype. After I was skeptical
Sure.
about this, and then I gotta pay you cash money.
On top of that.
Yeah, and I'm saying, wow, man, is this really gonna work?
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
And because I can get the sleep that I really need now, the little money you ask for is really not an issue. It's
Yeah.
very worth it
That's awesome.
to get a good night's sleep.
Mhm.
And you really have proven to really want to help me and talk to me.
That's great.
I didn't think about the part that you talk about now about slowing your heart down.
Yep.
But as the series that you put together for me,
Mhm.
as you said, you're slowing the heart rate down.
Yes.
And it takes me to a place, a quiet place, where I can relax, and all of the things that used to come to my mind, that were racing through my mind,
Mhm.
are not there.
Yes.
And it allows me to rest.
Mhm.
Uh, and I'm really thankful. A lot of other fellows, people could use this,
Mhm.
but most people are skeptics.
Sure.
I was.
Sure.
Because there's no medication given.
Right.
Um, it's just you talking to me and me
Right.
listening to you,
Mhm.
and I follow the instructions that you tell me to do, the deep breathing exercises,
Right.
and concentrating on what you're saying,
Mhm.
and it works.
Yeah. And the work is done inside of you. That's why this is so powerful, because I guide you through, but the work is done inside you, inside your mind, inside your body. As you slow everything down, you're doing the work, so it carries with you.
It works.
Yeah.
It works. I've found great benefits.
That's great.
Uh, and if I could encourage anyone else to, well, at least give it a honest shot
Sure.
to see if it's for you.
Right.
And like I said, you'll never believe until it happens
Right.
to you.
Yep.
You can be a skeptic if you want, but how bad do you want it?
Right. How bad
Is
do you
it
want to
a-
change?
Yeah,
Yes.
is it a couple of dollars that's standing in the way of a
Absolutely.
good night's rest?
Absolutely.
And then, but when I went to bed that night, and I attempted to do it that night,
Mhm.
I did it, and I got in bed, and I went to sleep, and okay.
Right.
And then the next night, I did it. I was more aware when I woke up the next morning how I had slept the past 2 nights.
Sure.
I said, wow, I think we got something.
I think there's something going on here.
Yeah, there's something going on. And
Well, I compare it to like lifting weights at the gym. The more you go, the better the results are. You listen to that meditation every day, every day. I suggest twice a day, but at least once a day.
yeah.
The accumulative effect of reprogramming your subconscious mind is powerful.
The other young man, I won't call his name, that I met, that he was sucking $4,000.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
To come in and talk with me, and then he started talking about taking it off my credit card. I'm saying, oh
Right.
no, man,
Right.
it ain't the $4,000.
Yeah, let's talk about results first. Let's talk about what we're gonna do.
yeah. And you didn't come at me like that.
Right.
You was very easy to get along with, and
Yeah.
the few dollars you ask for is not nothing that will make or break you.
Sure.
And I can say I am better,
That's great.
you know.
That's great to hear.
And the money factor is a sidebar.
Mhm.
I rather sleep, pay a few dollars,
Peaceful night's sleep.
and have a peaceful night's sleep and wake
Absolutely.
up rested.
Absolutely. It's
And
amazing.
so I'm quite pleased.
Excellent.
I'm looking forward to doing more.
Mhm. Well, I've been doing this a long time, and I know this system works, and just I know I enjoy it, sharing it with new people and letting them apply it for themselves, so they could even in the privacy of their own home when they're going through the meditations. It's just you and your mind and the meditation, and just getting that power back for yourself. It's just I know how well it works. That's why I so enjoy sharing it with people.
Well, thank you. Like I said, my bravado would not allow me to let anyone know what I was
Sure.
really going through.
Well, I want to thank you again, Robert, for sharing with us, because I know there's a lot of people that are on the edge right now as far as, is this going to work for me? Should I go ahead and get the program? Should I get the meditations? And I really, like I said, appreciate you sharing your story with us.
I suggest that it, they should at least try it.
Mhm.
Uh, and I think it's like you said, the more, the better you get. It gets easier
Yes.
because you're able to relax and listen to your voice
Mhm.
and do the things that you're saying do. It's just good breathing exercises,
Yep.
and you get better.
Yep.
You get better.
Everything. That's my motto: is slow your mind down to the speed you're living. Once you, like you said, with the heart rate, you start to
Yeah.
slow everything down. Your brainwave frequency, the brain starts to slow down, and everything just starts to become easier. It's just,
Yeah,
it works that way.
yeah, that works for me.
Yeah. It
So
works.
I thank you
All right.
for helping me.
Absolutely.
My wife, thank you.
The community thanks me.
The community, thank you.
That's great.
That's
That's
good.
great. All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys, listen, do your meditations. The system works. You have to put the headphones on and actually do the work and slow your mind down to the speed you're living. But it's very effective. Again, thanks so much, Robert, for helping us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's Robert Patterson's story of how I helped him get over anxiety. And just to help somebody from the Vietnam War, over 40 years of just nightmares, of just anxiety over going to sleep, anxiety over waking up in the middle of the night, anxiety of in the morning his wife not being in bed because he would wake up and just be viscerally, viscerally there back in Vietnam, killing people, and so dramatic. And to me, it's my life mission, and I thank God that I was able to help Robert get back in control, just like the program I'm about to introduce to you, how to control, reduce, and end, and the anxiety solution, helping Robert get back in control of his life. And luckily he lives out here in Las Vegas by me, so I had a couple privates with him. But after 2 private sessions and going through my program that I'm about to introduce to you, he was able to slow his mind down enough where he can understand going to sleep. He listens to the meditations twice a day, like I'm asking you to. And right before he goes to bed, he said, I listen to meditation, I turn the CD off, the player, and I go right to bed and I go to sleep. And he was so surprised that he sleeps through the night without these flashbacks. And I just want to let you know that, remember the sliding scale of anxiety that I described to you? I developed a sliding scale of anxiety because this wasn't out there. And anxiety was such a vague term that people threw around. And now you understand that Robert fits on one end of the anxiety scale where he just couldn't fall asleep. He couldn't stay asleep. His anxiety was so high from what he's been through that the good news for you is, even if you're on the extreme end, he still had almost instant results from doing the meditations and listening consciously. Control, reduce, and end. Mentally how to get out of this. And now Robert is back down to, just a little bit of anxiety. He's on the other end of the scale that quickly. So for you, where you're at on the anxiety scale right now, it's important to know that when you get this program, the Anxiety Solution Program I'm about to open registration for, that you are going to control, reduce, and end anxiety in your life to a whole new level. You are going to get back in control of your life. Remember Steve Smith from video 3, a private security guard. When he took off on the airplane, he had anxiety over taking off, anxiety over turbulence, and luckily Steve was out here in Las Vegas too, so I worked with a couple of private sessions with him also, but just getting my program of control, reduce, and end, now he can fly in an airplane without any anxiety. I mean over it. I mean done. And I just want to remind you a little bit and show a little bit more about what Steve Smith has been through. All right. Hey, Steve, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. How about yourself, Kevin?
Yeah, really good, really good. Nice seeing you again. So, yeah, I just want to briefly what you before we met, briefly what you were going through as far as your anxiety with flying and kind of the way we dug into it as far as where it started first, and then how you kind of enjoyed the session, and then we'll move on from there. So, kind of where it started for you, like right before you came to see me.
Well, before I met you, I always flew, probably about 5 to 10 times a year, and I used to always fake like I was okay with flying,
Sure.
which I had no other choice but to fly. But
Absolutely.
at the same time, it was probably like the best time to go see my family, but also the worst time because I had to deal with this anxiety,
Right.
and I never knew about flight anxiety or because I don't have anxiety on a day-to-day basis.
Sure.
Only when I fly, and it's not even like I say when we had our session, it was only like during takeoff and turbulence. Once I get past that point, I'm perfectly fine.
Right.
Other than that, when we had our session, you made me very comfortable. I've never really wanted to reach out to somebody in that aspect to admit to it. But the
Sure.
older I get, the more I need to talk about my problems.
Right.
And so since our session, I flew about 3 times,
Okay.
and actually one private in a private jet, and man, it was probably like the best experience.
Awesome.
I was comfortable. I prayed. Other than that, it was little turbulence. It was a jet, but other than that,
Yeah.
man, after talking to pilots and therapists like yourself, man,
Right.
I'm more comfortable. And
Absolutely.
actually, I'm about to fly out next week for work. So,
Okay.
I mean, the more that I talk to pilots or therapists with like yourself, I'm comfortable now.
So right. Now when you're on a plane now, do you even get the triggers like when you sit in the seat or when you hit turbulence? What comes up and how long does it stay? Like now?
Well, now it's just pretty much when I know I'm flying, I
Right.
just prepare myself. I prepare myself like a football game.
Oh, sure.
Like, okay, it's gonna be some hitting out there.
Right.
Now, on a plane, if I do run into some turbulence, always remember that it'll be like a speed bump in the road.
Absolutely.
You know, pretty much play tricks with my mind. Like, okay, that's just a speed bump.
Yep.
Nothing's gonna happen, and it ain't a big deal no more flying. To be honest with you, like
Right.
if I gotta go work right now and fly, it's to the airport I go.
Yeah, you got it under control. That's awesome. Well, like like we talked about, all fear is fear of the unknown. So the more you know about the subject, the less the fear just goes down to a level where, like you said, you talk to your buddy, like this plane is going too fast physically to fall out of the sky. It's just not the way the physics work. And when you know that information, it's like it helps so much on the when you know the physical side of it of the rules of the law of flight, and then the mental side like we went through that combination. I'm sure that helps you get through the whole thing.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
that's awesome.
You know,
Right,
and I really don't have a whole lot of fears in life, so
right,
I'm like, why is this really bothering me? And it was
absolutely.
something that was bothering me for a lot of years, from like 2002 up until I met you.
Right,
Because ever since I've been in college, I've been flying back and forth home, flying to football games.
right,
And I used to always play the role like, oh, Steve is this tough guy. But a
sure.
lot of people didn't know I really had this flight anxiety because I
Yeah,
try to fake sleep or,
right.
and then when I was with my wife, I used to always lay on her lap every time. But
Right.
like now it's like, hey, I don't need you
Yeah.
as far as far
Well,
as
yeah.
that.
It almost it got to the point where it bothered you that it bothered you. You know what I mean? Like you had to figure it out. Like it's too much
I
already.
need to do something. Right.
Yeah.
I need to do something.
Right.
Uh, but like I say, I think it was like more being embarrassed to go talk to a therapist or somebody.
Absolutely. Open up. It's vulnerable. You feel like a weakness when you open up like
Right.
that. Yeah. I'm
I'm
sure.
like, here go this tough football player, dude,
Yep.
who's starting on the team.
Right.
How can I go tell my coach, hey man, I'm nervous as hell flying, or
Yeah.
go tell my client I'm bodyguard was like, I'm really nervous, but here I am.
Right.
You hired me to protect you.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it was just a good thing that, man, pretty much opened up to you, and you making me comfortable from the moment we spoke,
Right.
you know, and I think that was like an amazing thing. And all of this is like real. Like this is
Hmm.
something that I use art therapy in day to day life, you know,
Sure.
because how can I be so have this anxiety when I don't even have anxiety when I'm bodyguarding or when I'm working
Right.
and you know things like that. So my day to day job, I can lose my life on a daily basis, but I don't never be nervous. That's what the crazy thing about this was.
Right. I was just going to say that what you do for a living is far more dangerous than flying in the air, but you know about it. You know the ins and outs of it, so there's no fear level there. That's exactly what we're talking about. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean that helped me a whole lot, man, in my life. Just talking to you,
Yeah.
you know, and with you.
Yeah.
Because if I wouldn't have met you or spoken to you, God knows what would have happened. Like, how would I ever got over this? You know, I
It's
think I would have been too embarrassed.
yeah.
But
It's tough.
here,
It's tough to try to get it over on your own. Like you said, it's tough to open up because it doesn't make sense why you have anxiety. You know in your conscious mind you shouldn't have anxiety. You know what you do for a living, you shouldn't be scared of anything. So it's just it's tough getting over that hurdle. You know.
right?
Yeah. Very cool. All right.
Yes,
Well, it was amazing hooking up with you again, Steve. I'm so glad that what we did together helped you and moved on and got back in control of get your fear of flying underneath your belt, and now you're in control of it, and you can move on with your life, man. That's awesome. It's so good to hear from you again.
appreciate it. Appreciate it. Anytime.
All right.
Anytime I do need some therapy, you are the guy to call.
Absolutely. Give me a buzz anytime, man.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Have a good one.
All right. All right. That's Steve's story. You remember him from video 3. And just for him to get back in control of his life and get rid of anxiety is priceless. And so this whole video is about I'm going to be opening registration right now, as a matter of fact, for my 6-week online training program. Don't click on register yet. Let me tell you what it's all about. The 6-week online training program, I'm going to be opening registration from today, probably about 3 or 4 days. It's going to be open. So I want you to register and get on board with us because it's going to be live interactive training. And the 6-week anxiety solution online training program, it's going to be 6 modules, life-changing transformation. Module 1 is going to be what anxiety is and how to start to get in control of it conceptually. Just there's like that the anxiety scale I described to you, there's no concrete definitions of anxiety out there. And module 1 is all about what anxiety is. And each module of all 6 has a meditation that you listen to, a different meditation that you listen to morning and night, twice a day. Module 2, 3, and 4 are what you've been through, control, reduce, and end, but in much deeper levels. We go deep diving into control, reduce, and end. Really just the level we go into of life-changing transformations in control, reduce, and end. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Module 5 is called Morning Cup of Joe. Morning Cup of Joe, Joe, just outstretch ego. Morning Cup of Joe, meaning just outstretch ego. You're going to get 6 different brand new meditations in Module 5 to listen to in the morning, because in that morning, you're in the hypnagogic stage, which means, it's a fancy term, I know, for in between sleep and awake. Most importantly is the conscious mind isn't that roof chatter, yip, 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 yip. Dog isn't controlling your life yet the first 5-10 minutes in the morning. You're in the hypnagogic zone. So you pop in the Morning Cup of Joe. There's 6 different meditations to listen to reprogram your whole entire day. That program alone, people told me to sell by itself because it's so powerful for Morning Cup of Joe. That's module 5. You're going to get complete life changing, and there's a whole meditation to do morning and night in module 5. Module 6 I call the new you, because see, after you control, reduce, and end anxiety in your life, and you really get in control and slow your mind down to the speed you're living, now what? Now I wanted to show you some extra teaching how to go beyond anxiety. You are going to get in control of your anxiety going through my online program. I guarantee it. So that's why I put Module 6 as a new you, it's called. It's going beyond going beyond just controlling anxiety, and just, it's the next level. I get so excited thinking about it. It's the next level of you going beyond that. So I'm going to be opening registration today. It's going to be open for 3 or 4 days. Sign up now, and we're going to be on a journey to really controlling, reducing, and ending anxiety in your life. And before you register and sign up for the online training program, I just want to let you know that I have several bonus videos that I threw in that aren't part of Control, Reduce, and End, but it's what I teach in my live seminars. It's what I've been teaching for years. Example, how to change a negative thought into a positive one, and understanding brain chemistry. I go into great detail with. Another one, full glass syndrome, a bonus video. Full glass syndrome, and why when you're always on tilt and overload, you can't make decisions in your life. And meditation brings that glass down where you have room to make new decisions in your life. I go into great detail about Wayne Dyer's speech he gave about the 5 paths of life to go down. I go in great detail about how that relates to anxiety and how to apply it in your life. I have 5 interviews and these are all bonuses that I just threw in because I want to teach you, I want to get you there as quick as possible. 5 interviews I did with a yogi master on what anxiety is, a nutrition specialist and how important feeding the body is and brain chemistry, another hypnotherapist and her take on what she does for anxiety, another psychoanalyst of his take on anxiety. Over 25 years he's been doing it. These are all bonus videos to give you so many different modalities, not just my system. Even though my system, Control, Reduce, and End, is going to end your anxiety, I want to give you a broad view of what's going on out there and different modalities of what people are teaching to get rid of anxiety. And also I have 3 private hypnotherapy sessions where I've just met these people for the first time, and I did a one-on-one interview with them. And it's kind of like, I call it like a peek in on therapy, like nobody else is doing, like fly on the wall. If you were a fly on the wall in a hypnotherapist's office, this is what it would look like. And the reason I did that, and there's 3 of them in this program, is because I want you to look at, oh, this is what they're going through. I'm going through a similar thing. Or, oh, I see how this program is going to help me control, reduce, and end. And the best news is, I introduced you to Steve Smith earlier. Steve Smith is part of the program. I actually interviewed him one-on-one, and I met him for the first time, and he talked about his fear of flying, and we did that session, and we went over it, and then he got the program that you're about to sign up for, Control, Reduce, and End. And after that one session, listening to the whole program, like Ray did, all the videos, all the meditations, he doesn't have anxiety over flying anymore. Just think about that. Just think about being free of anxiety and not having that roof chatter control your life anymore. So I have a lot of bonus videos that I threw in for you. Control, Reduce, and End is the main crux of the program that you've already been through, but now we're going to go deep diving. You're going to sign up. You're going to register today. Registration, like I said, is going to be open for 4 days. And then we're going to go into the live program, and it's going to be interactive, and you're about to change your life. I'm so excited about this. Thank you for being here, and register now for the anxiety program. All right, so by now you're wondering, what's this going to cost me if I click this register button right now? Let me tell you that for my Skype sessions and for my private sessions that I do one-on-one, it's $250 an hour for me to work with you, Skype or in my office here, to get rid of anxiety. And the program itself you're about to register for, the Anxiety Solution, Slow Your Mind Down to the Speed You're Living 6-week training program, has over 18 hours of videos and meditations in it. 18 hours. If you hired me for 18 hours at $250 an hour, that's $4,500. And what I'm doing right now, there's other bonuses within the program that I spoke of, but I'm going to throw in a couple extra bonuses right now. One is how to meditate video. As long as I've been doing hypnotherapy and teaching people how to get in control of their life, I've never seen an in-depth instructional video on how to meditate. And the reason this is important because this bonus you're going to get, it's not just, close your eyes and visualize this. It's how to set it up as a ritual, meaning when you go to the same place every time you meditate, and I light incense, burn some candles, put your headphones on. As soon as you go to that place, the subconscious mind is already triggered. It's already into meditation. It's already there almost before you get there. That's why this video, this bonus video on how to meditate properly, is so important, because you need to set this up like a ritual in your life for a number of reasons. A, because this is important for you to get rid of anxiety. That's why you're this far into this. And B, the subconscious mind knows, like, oh, we're setting this up as a meditation. This is going to happen now. So we're that much quicker into it. So how to meditate video is a bonus you're going to get. And another bonus you're going to get is we're going to have 2 live webinars after the 6 weeks. So it's a 6-week online training program. We're going to have Facebook Live or closed Facebook group, so it's very private. Anybody that signs up for the program is going to be in it. And I'm going to be in there every week, every day, explaining to you how it works. You're going to have the live Facebook. And at the end of the 6 weeks, which is good timing because it's going to happen right at the beginning of the year. So you're going to go through the holidays, which you really need some anxiety relief right now, right? And you're going to go through the program. It's going to be 6 weeks, interactive. And then at the beginning of the year, we're going to have 2 live webinars separated by a couple weeks where we're going to go in depth. It's a 90-minute webinar live where you're going to answer all your questions that you needed answered, that you might have had questions about the program. So we're going to have 2 live webinars at the beginning of the year to answer all the questions you have. And I'm so excited about having you here in this program with me. And like I said, registration is going to be open for 4 days. So sign up now and start learning today. Download the program today. Download the meditations today. Start meditating tonight. And then we'll get to the live webinars and just really accelerate anxiety relief in your life. So I want to thank you for being this far into it, and just click on the registration now, and there's a one-time payment of $997. Remember what Robert said. Someone wanted to charge him $4,000 for this information, and I personally know that person, and they don't have a structured program like I have. There's $4,000, $5,000 programs out there. This program, $250 an hour for me, over 18 hours, that's over $5,000 plus the bonuses. And for one-time payment of $997, you'll have instant access to the membership site. And if just to break it down for you, to get you involved right now, I have a 3-payment option of $349. So just to get started is $349, or you could pay the $997 and get the program complete. Best news is I have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to you at all. So this is a 6-week program. So if you're 4 weeks into it, 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're 4 weeks into it, you're doing the meditations, you're watching the videos, you're watching the interviews, and if you really think this is not changing your life in a very dramatic way within those 30 days, I will give you your money back, no questions asked. So sign up today, click the registration button. We're going to be starting next week after the 4 days of open cart here to get all the registrations in. Once we get everyone involved, we're going to deep dive into Control, Reduce, and End. It's going to be live Facebook interaction, 2 live webinars, bonuses. It's going to change your life in such a dramatic way. And just ask yourself right now, if not now, when? If not working with me, then who? I've been doing this over 20 years, helping people change their lives. And I guarantee this is going to change your life so much that I'm giving you a money back guarantee in 30 days. Click now, register, and let's really end anxiety in your life. And I thank you so much for being here this far with me. Thank you. Okay, one last thing. I couldn't go this far into it without just helping you as much as I can. Anyone that registers in the next 4 days, click the registration button now. I am going to give you a free private one-on-one Skype session with me that I do with my clients. 90 minutes. We're going to go through everything you need to go through. I suggest going through the 6 weeks first so you know exactly what you really need to fine-tune. But anybody that registers now in the next 4 days, I'm going to give you a free one-on-one Skype session with me, 90 minutes. That's a $375 value for 90 minutes, one-on-one. Register today. 6 weeks online training program, live Facebook, 2 live webinars, 1 live Skype session with me. That's over 10 weeks of in-depth training to get rid of anxiety in your life. You've waited this long. You've had anxiety this long in your life. There's no reason to wait any longer. I have the solution. It's called Anxiety Solution Online Training Program. Slow your mind down to the speed you're living. Register now, and I'll see you on the other side.